Hello, I am Frank from Duck Noir, and this is the next episode of Music on the Brain. Since I started, I talked about my inspirations that got me playing music, got me listening to music, that really just shaped me when I was younger. But inspiration doesn't stop. You don't just get a basis of what you're interested in when you're younger and then completely stop listening to new music. Inspiration can come at any time. This episode, I'm going to talk about a musician that recently inspired me. There is an English singer-songwriter called Frank Turner. I had never heard of him until he put out his most recent album, Tape Deck Hard. It was about 6 months ago or so. I discovered him at an important time for me musically. At that time, I was floundering a little bit with my own music. I had been playing in a band years and years ago in Buffalo. I've talked about that before. But then when I moved, I started doing stuff myself, playing acoustic, and I was, as all musicians go through, or most musicians go through at one time or another, unsure of myself and unsure of the direction I was taking. I was saying things like, who wants to hear an old punk sing songs to an acoustic guitar? Should I throw everything out and start over? Should I throw everything new out and just go with the old? It was a difficult time and I didn't know what to do. I almost didn't feel like playing music. It was a struggle to actually go out and practice. Well, I was driving in the car, and while I don't normally listen to the radio in the car because I'm a big fan of just listening to albums of bands I like, I had the radio on because it was just a quick trip out, and this song came on the radio. It was a song called Recovery, and I instantly loved it. This is really great. It spoke to me. And it was kind of acoustic. It had a band behind it, but it was mostly based around acoustic guitars, but had this kind of punk edge to it. I found out who it was, and it was this singer named Frank Turner. And I immediately got the album and loved it. Well, then I found out that he was playing an in-store appearance at a record store right down the street from my work. So I'm like, you know what, I really like the album. It's a free concert, I'll go see it. I took my wife, and we went and we watched him live, and he only was supposed to play like 3 or 4 songs, and he played 5 or 6, and he was interesting, he was fun, he had a lot of presence, and I could see that there was punk undertones to everything, but he was playing this great acoustic music. And what also grabbed me was how nice he was. After he got done playing, there was a long line of people who wanted stuff signed, and he signed everybody's things. He wasn't just going through the motions either. My wife and I, when we went up to get our CD signed, he took the time to talk with us. Like, not just answer questions, but engage us in conversations. I've met a bunch of musicians, and most of them will just do the board reciting of answers if you ask them a question, or hey, how's it going, sort of thing. But he seemed genuinely interested in talking with us, and he didn't seem bored with anybody. He was that way with the people in front of us as we were waiting in line, and he took the time. That spoke to me, because then at that point I'm like, this is a person I want to follow. I want to support him. So I started going back and getting his other CDs. How did this influence me musically? Well, if I start listening to a new band or musician and I really like them, I will start researching them. I look up Wikipedia to find out where they came from, where their influences are, because that kind of information really interests me. I want to see what inspired them, why they do what they do, where they came from in their journey. I can't tell you how many new bands or other musicians I found doing this, and some of them are my favorite. When I see who inspired a musician I like, I then will go and listen to them. In this case, I found out that Frank Turner used to be in a post-hardcore band. He got Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska, and it changed him, and he decided he wanted to go at it acoustic. So he was basically a old punk who's playing acoustic music. He's actually not that old. He's my age. He's a couple months older than me. But it's the fact that he is doing exactly what I was worried that nobody would want to hear. And to find him at that point in my life, which granted was only 6 months ago, it pushed me. It pushed me to do what I'm doing today, doing these blogs, playing my music, recording a second album. It gave me that inspiration. Keep in mind, everybody, just because a band is new or a band is new to you, that doesn't mean they can't inspire you. You can draw inspiration at any time in your life, and sometimes you just need that perfect inspiration at the right time to just get yourself moving. So don't close off. Don't go, I know what bands I like. I know what musicians I like. I will never listen to anything new, or nothing else will inspire me. I'll just draw from these bands and I'll be fine. No, stop, think, listen. You may find your Frank Turner. You may find that spark that you need to get you to that next level. Thank you for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You get updates not only on this vlog, but also on the Duck Vlog, which is the vlog where I play music from my band Duck Noir. There's also links below to all the pages for my band Duck Noir. Click a like, click a follow, send me a message, maybe I'll send you some free stuff. As always, have a great night. I play the music that I write, and that sucks.